Hi guys, this is Danni White with Bython Media, and I'm here at Content Marketing Role 2018 with Ahava Leibtag. She is the president of Ahava Media Group, an award-winning content creation and content strategies company for a wide range of industries, including healthcare, health insurance, and financial services. Welcome, Ahava. How are you?
Thank you, Danni. Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks so much for joining us. So we're going to jump right into it.
Yeah.
Where do some of your favorite songwriters find their inspiration, and how do you suggest writers go about finding that same type of inspiration?
Sure. So Paul McCartney says that inspiration comes from all sorts of places. So I think that that's an important thing for people to remember. I like to look at a lot of different things to try to get inspiration: internet, books, talking to people about different subject matters. And then the other thing I think that I talked about is that inspiration sometimes strikes and we don't really know where it's going.
Right.
So we just have to push through and follow it and see what happens through that.
Awesome. So what are some ways that writers can become more conscious of their environment and cultivate ideas and imagery in their storytelling?
So I think the first thing to do is always remember to take notes. I think that anytime an idea strikes you, you should either record it on your phone or sometimes voice notes really helps if you want to talk it out loud, write it down somewhere that you sort of trust. I think the important thing also is to sort of cross-train. So if you're in a certain industry, not just going to industry conferences, but going to conferences like this, talking to different colleagues, figuring out what they're thinking about. Your sales team and your frontline people are an incredibly important source of inspiration. They can tell you where your customers are struggling and what you can write about from that point of view.
Correct. Awesome. So when are some of the best and some of the worst times for writers to find collaboration and to get into collaboration deals with other writers?
Well, there was a woman who commented in my session that she's the only writer in her company, so I guess that would be a really hard time to find collaboration. I think that the best thing to do is try to come up with the kernel of the idea and then sort of write maybe a first draft and go collaborate with somebody, or after you have that first kernel, to say to them, can you brainstorm some ideas with me and let's try to sort of form the skeleton of the piece together.
Okay.
I also think that when you're stuck, it's a really good time to sort of put it away and then share it with a colleague later. Okay. I told the story about how Glenn Frey finished Jackson Browne, Take It Easy. And if he hadn't heard the song and said to Jackson Browne, you really have something here, we never would have had that hit.
Right.
So it's important to remember that sometimes we're writing and we don't feel like we're getting anywhere. Sometimes a trusted colleague can help us, finish it and make it great.
Nice. So what are the top 3 pieces of advice that you would give to writers throughout the creative process?
The first thing is to push through. That, I think, is the most important thing, is just keep writing. The second thing that I would say is that it's okay not to get it on the first try. There is some times where you just have to either put it away or you have to decide that it's not ready yet and you can go back to it. And then the third thing I would say is just be open to ideas from all sorts of places. I mean, I use metaphors a lot in my writing, and I get ideas from all sorts of things. One time I was talking about content auditing, and I talked about how my husband saves all the Sports Illustrated he ever got since he was 11.
Right.
That's a great metaphor for people. They understand hoarders are not helpful, especially in my house. So I think that those are kinds of, just be open to all of your experiences. They can blend into your writing in a lot of different ways.
Very nice. Thank you so much for your time, Ahava. I really appreciate it.